How's it going, guys? It's Brad C at the NFL Divisional Round Picks. We're going to get right into it. Technically last week I went 0-4, but it was honestly more like 1-3 because I was actually rooting for Chicago to lose last week. Like, I only picked Chicago because I was trying to jinx them. But yeah, and then lo and behold, the jinx was successful. So I successfully jinxed the division rival. How about that? But yeah, but from here on out, there will be no more jinxing. It'll be legit picks. So yeah, enough talk. Let's just go ahead and let's just jump right into the divisional round picks. So the first game we got here, we have the Indianapolis Colts and the Kansas City Chiefs. In Kansas City, Chiefs are favored by 6 points. Indianapolis coming off a dominant win against the Tex in Houston last week. Of course, on Indianapolis, you got players like Andrew Luck, Marlon Mack, T.Y. Hilton, Eric Ebron, Chris Rogers, and Narwin Hines. On Kansas City, you got Patrick Mahomes, who's had a very outstanding season, easily MVP candidate. You also got Damon Williams. You also got Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, Sammy Watkins, and Kelvin Benjamin. On defense, you got players like Christian Jones and Justin Houston and Eric Berry. On the road, Indy is 4-4. Granted, they did win in Houston last week to get in, and they also won Week 17 in Tennessee to get in. Kansas City is 7-1 at home. Their only home loss came a couple weeks ago to the Chargers. Other than that, Kansas City's been rock solid at home. Arrowhead's a lot bigger atmosphere. Last time these two teams met head-to-head, Kansas City won that matchup a couple years ago. Last time these two teams met in the playoffs was 2013 Wild Card. That one, of course, Kansas City blew a 28-point lead to the Colts. And the Colts would end up winning the game 45-44. So Kansas City wants to redeem themselves from that game. So yeah, you can't underestimate the Colts against the Chiefs. Overall, I think Kansas City's just going to be too much for Indy to handle. So I'm going to take the Chiefs to cover the 6. So give me the Chiefs by 6. Next game, we have Dallas Cowboys and the LA Rams in Los Angeles. Cowboys coming off a home win against the Seahawks in a wild card round last week. The Rams are favored in this game by 7 points. So looking at both teams, you got Dallas, they got Dak Prescott. Say what you want about Prescott. Prescott did what he needed to do against that Seattle defense, along with Ezekiel Elliott and Amari Cooper. Those three alone all but turned Seattle's defense back into the Legion of Bitches. But I imagine Cooper's going to be covered very well, and Zeke might get stuffed by LA's run defense. So Dak Prescott's going to have to rely on players like Cole Beasley and Tavon Austin to go get the job done. But on defense, the Cowboys got a couple playmakers. They got DeMarcus Lawrence. We also got players like Sean Lee, and they also got the generational talent Lane Vander Esch. But on the Rams, they got a lot of talent here. They got players like Jared Goff and Todd Gurley, along with Brandon Cooks and Robert Woods and Cooper Kupp. Defense, they got players like Michael Brockers. They got the run-stuffing duo of Aaron Donald and Ndamukong Suh. Two very talented defensive tackles when it comes to stopping the run. Linebacker, they got Dominic Easley and Dante Fowler. And on secondary, they got players like Marcus Peters and Aqib Talib. Cowboys, they can't play for shit on the road, 3-5. Rams are 7-1 at home. Their only home loss came to the Eagles a couple weeks ago. Yeah, I think the Rams got this game in the bag. Give me the Rams to cover the 7. I'll take LA by 7. So now we get to the Sunday games. So the first Sunday game, we have the LA Chargers and the New England Patriots in Foxborough. Chargers coming off a great road win against the Ravens last weekend. Patriots are favored by 4 points in this game. So look at both teams. On the Chargers, you got Phillip Rivers, a great quarterback. You also got players like Melvin Gordon and Keenan Allen. Both the Williams brothers. Antonio Gates, one of the greatest tight ends in the game. On defense, they got Joey Bosa. They also got Ingram and Cameron Hayward. So they got some playmakers on this team. On the Patriots, of course, you got quarterback Tom Brady, one of the greatest quarterbacks in this game. At running back, they got dual running back combination of Sonny Mitchell and James White. Now, receiving weapons, they got Julian Edelman, and they also got Rob Gronkowski, the most talented tight end in the game. On defense, they got players like Malcolm Brown and Danny Shelton, along with that linebacker Dante Hightower and Kyle Van Noy. They also got in secondary Patrick Chung and both the McCourtney twins. You know, look at both teams. Chargers 7-1 on the road. New England 8-0 at home. This is going to be a tough game to call. Like, I think if there's any team that can win at Foxborough, it's the Chargers. You know, last time these two teams met, New England won handily. That was last year. Last time these two teams met in the playoffs was all the way back in the 2007 AFC Championship, where New England won handily. Of course, that was the year New England went 18-1. Like, let me put this in perspective. The last time the Chargers beat the Patriots was 2008, when the Chargers beat them 30-10. And in that game, that was when Tom Brady was injured and they had Matt Castle at quarterback. So, yeah. See, it's been a while. You know, I think the only way New England makes the Super Bowl this year is if they play every game at home. So, I say, give me New England covering the 4. That's going to be a tough game to call. I can see it going either way, but give me New England by 4. And the last game, but certainly not the least, we have Philadelphia Eagles, New Orleans Saints playing at the Superdome. Philadelphia coming off a road win against the Chicago Bears in a throwing game. Saints are favored by 8 points in this game. So let's look at both teams. So on Philadelphia, at quarterback, we have the legend, a Big Dick Nick. You also got, at running back, you got weapons like Adams and Darren Sproles. You know, they got a lot of receiving weapons like Nelson Aguilar, Sackerts, Dallas Goedert, Alshon Jeffrey, and the former Detroit Lion, Golden Tate. On defense, they got weapons like Michael Bennett, who can be talented if he can stay fucking disciplined. They also got Fletcher Cox, Brandon Graham, Chris Long, Haloti Ngata. They also got Nigel Bramham, Jordan Hicks, and Malcolm Jenkins. On the Saints, you got talented quarterback Drew Brees, who's having a really good season. You also got Alvin Kamara and Mark Ingram at running back. On receiving weapons, you got Thomas, you got Taylor Smith, Benjamin Watson, and Ted Ginn Jr. You also got a defense, you got Marcus Davenport, Cameron Jordan, Manti Te'o, Eli Apple, Marshawn Lattimore, and Marcus Williams. You know, that Saints defense, granted, their last game, they got blown out by the Panthers. But remember, that game, Saints had nothing to play for. So odds are that defense is more than likely half-assing that game. So yeah, that raises some question marks, and we saw them. I think Philadelphia's been a lot different team since Nick Foles winning. You look at how both teams match up head-to-head. The last time these two teams met was back in Week 11. The Saints murdered the Eagles 48-7. Granted, Carson Wentz was in at quarterback for Philadelphia, but Nick Foles in, it's going to be a whole different game. You know, last time these two teams met in the playoffs was the 2013 wild card round in Philadelphia. Saints won that game. So yeah, the Eagles, the last two times these two teams met in the playoffs, the Saints have won. And that has been with two different head coaches, because 2006 divisional, the Eagles had Andy Reid as head coach, and they went full Reid. 2013, they had Chip Kelly, and they went full Chip Kelly. Now 2019, they have Doug Peterson. What will the result be this time? We'll have to wait and see. So we look at their road and home record. Philadelphia's 4-4 on the road. Granted, they've won their last 3 games on the road. They won in LA. They also won in Washington to get into the playoffs, and they won in Chicago last week. And New Orleans, they're 6-2 at home. Their only home losses came to Tampa Bay and Carolina. The Carolina one was in a game that meant nothing. And keep in mind, it's very hard to play in the Superdome. But yeah, looking at that point spread, I wouldn't get fooled by it. I think this game's going to be a lot closer than you think. So overall, another tough game here. I'm not buying Philadelphia. Yeah, I know Nick Foles has been great as a legend, but I think this is where the legend of Big Dick Nick will strike midnight. I'm going to take the Saints to win, but I'm going to say Saints will not cover the 8. I'm going to say Saints win this game by 3 points. It will be Saints will win on a last-second field goal. So give me the Saints by 3 in that one. But yeah, those are my NFL divisional round picks. What are your picks? Let me know down in the comments. But yeah, let's hope I have better luck this week. But yeah, that's all I got to say. Hope everyone has a great day, and I'll see you for the championship round. Peace out.